The recent brutal rape and murder of a young doctor in RG Medical Hospital in Kolkata not only has the nation been shocked but also the entire world. There has been marches, there has been furor and protests all over the country and in other countries too. In Amsterdam, in Great Britain, in the US, and in many other countries. And it is not that this is an isolated case, this has been happening for ages. And shockingly, very shockingly, that even after this incident, when there has been such a furor everywhere, even then rapes have taken place. And if I just mention a few of them, which are really the horrible ones that have happened, are so many people gang raped a girl in an Uttarakhand roadways bus, and then the Muradabad girl who was raped. In Badlapur, there was a minor girl who was raped, and in MP, can you imagine? Even a principal of a school has raped a student studying in class 11. Doctors all over the country are agitated. They have gone on prolonged strikes demanding safety in the workplace, and rightly so. They do need their safety not only from harmful elements but also from patients who can assault them at any time because they are not happy with their services. But the larger question is that it's not just one profession that needs security, it's the universal safety for women that must be assured. After the Nirbhaya case, there have been committees which have given their suggestions, which have given their findings. For instance, Justice J.S. Verma Committee, Vishakha, for safety for women in workplaces, and very recently now we have the Hema Committee report, which has now recently been published, which exposes the exploitation of women that goes on even in the film industry. So from top to bottom, women are not safe anywhere. Now it's the responsibility of the government and of heads of organizations to ensure safety for women. But surprisingly, some governments are giving the guideline that women should not be working at night. Is that a solution really?
In the recent case of the unfortunate case of Kolkata, the administration has taken a decision that there should be no women staff during the night shift. But is that going to mitigate the problems that the women of our country is facing?
These atrocities against women must be prevented, and what can be done for this? Of course, it's the government's primary job to ensure safety for all its citizens. And there are laws for protecting women, for protecting children, for protecting all citizens. Apart from this, there needs to be other checks and balances in place. Now, these checks need to be at all levels, be it the government level, be it organizations which ensure a safe workplace for women, and also in educational institutions, in public places. Now, for doing this, just sitting and waiting for the government to take steps is not enough. Every organization head must ensure and must assure people of a safe campus, of a safe workplace. And for this, there are some measures that can be taken, mainly through technology. So technological advancements are there. There are cameras all over, but that is not enough. Firstly, the cameras should be in working order, and there should be someone who is monitoring these cameras. Not that some incident happens and then after that you are trying to find out who the culprit is. That of course has to be done, but for prevention we have to take drastic measures. So apart from cameras, there can also be alarm bells fixed at regular intervals, easily accessible by women, by whosoever needs it, not just that there is a atrocity inflicted by somebody, but also there could be some accident, workplace accident, where help needs to reach very fast. So these cameras need to be monitored through a central surveillance body. There should be a control room where there are people actually watching all the cameras all over the place. There can be buzzers which are there, which are within easy reach, which anybody who feels that is in a dangerous position should be able to press it quickly. Apart from this, there are even personal alarm bells, which small little bells which women can carry with them, and if they feel threatened, they can press it so that there's a loud sound and whoever is there nearby can come to their aid. They can also carry weapons such as pepper sprays or even small weapons, though the danger exists that the perpetrator of the crime might snatch it from them and use it on them. But then it's better to have a stun gun in your hands than to be stunned by a criminal. Now these measures will definitely have an economic fallout. There will be an economic burden, but we should not think that this is actually a huge expenditure, because if you see that in the long run it has its benefits. Because if we don't ensure safety for women everywhere, day and night, and even inside their homes, we are actually doing grave injustice to women, which is half the population. Secondly, we are preventing them from acquiring education. Parents will be scared to send their children to study or to in careers to work. And thirdly, if this happens, because you are preventing half the population from working, so the productivity is reduced, talents are missed out, and overall there is a sense of injustice. Therefore, these measures need to be taken at a war footing.